Hello viewers, Super GT here. I am in Papenburg to do some car testing. This is the first time we can drive a car in anger this year. Now take a look behind me. We have three different cars on offer. We've got a stock BMW 330i, we've got a production car with Evo S suspension, and then we've got our race car from last year with this, the Evo R suspension. So three different cars, we're going to do a bunch of different tests. Should be a lot of fun. Let's jump straight into it.
It's kind of cold, but worry not, the spring is just around the corner.
Thanks for that, Misha. But yeah, we have a stock car, this is a BMW 330i. We have a production car, this is a BMW 325D.
The suspense is killing me to find out which one is the best.
Thank you again, Misha. And this is the race car, a modified 330i. First challenge is slalom. Let's see which car feels the best. Got a little course over there, you can barely see it, but it is there. Alright, there goes Jimmy. Woo! That felt good. That rolled nicely between each cone.
How do you feel like how soft that is?
This felt good. It was a bit of roll, but it changed direction nicely.
Well, I guess I get to go in the race car then.
Alright, I'll jump in this. Okay guys, so I just done that car. Now I'm going to have a go in the stock car, and then I'll have a go in the race car next. Okay guys, now I'm in the stock car. This one should be a lot more loose compared to the one in front, which I was just in. That one's got the Evo S. This one's just got stock suspension. So let's see how this goes. Woo! Oh, one of those cones was down. Definitely doesn't feel as settled. It feels a lot more soft and wobbly, this one.
How does it feel in comparison?
Yeah, it's way softer. Can you stop hitting all the cones, please?
I'm in a violent mood today, so that's why I'm hitting them.
Ooh, good to be back in this thing. Okay guys, back in the race car for the first time since October. It's good to be back. Let's see how this one performs on the Evo R suspension. Oh wow. Wow, the difference is unbelievable. It is so much more settled. Woo! Oh my god, that is so much better. The car is so planted through those turns. And this is a direct comparison between the three. Stock car top left, production car top right, race car bottom left. You can pause it at the start of the slalom to show that they're all starting at the same time. And the race car, as you'd probably expect, easily the most compliant on this task, getting to the finish easily first, before then the production car finishes second, and then as you'd expect, in third place, the stock car. So as you can probably tell, massive difference between the three cars. The stock car just rolls about like it's a balloon or like a bouncy castle. The Evo S, not much body roll, but it definitely isn't as quick as the race car, which was just so settled, so planted. You have all the confidence to turn in and it just goes exactly where you need it. How did you find this?
Actually amazing.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's the best of both worlds, because it's stiffer than the stock car but softer than the race car, so it's perfectly in between with these mixed conditions. That's what you kind of want,
Yeah.
in a way.
Okay.
Yep. Next up, we were tasked with giving each car a go around the Papenburg Test course, or at least one of them. There's actually quite a few different test tracks at this location. So this is a scale version of Hockenheim, not the full GP circuit, but one of the smaller cut-through tracks. And therefore you might realise or recognise some of the corners look somewhat familiar. So to begin with, I am of course in the race car, the fastest of the three, and it is very, very good to get behind the wheel of this car once again. It's been a couple of months since I've driven it, and it's always a pleasure to be able to drive something quite quickly. Or at least I think I am anyway. The car in front is the production car, and you can see the direct difference between the two. Now of course we're testing suspension here, and that definitely does make a massive difference, but there's so many more factors at play on a test like this, such as the tyres and the overall modifications put onto the car. Plus the production car is a 325, this is a 330. Not exactly the same car, but not a million miles off when they were both stock. So we go for the move here, looking for it. I thought, you know what, it's a test day, let's not go for anything a little bit too ridiculous and write off a car or two. Now here you can see the difference in power between the two. Both of us presumably on full throttle, and the race car makes short work of the production car. And so in all of the tests we've done, that does explain some of the difference, of course, just the pure power of the car, but there is clear difference between the three in terms of the suspension feeling and just the general feeling around corners. And the race car here feels really compliant, just feels really stiff, minimal body roll, and it just really goes exactly where you point it, and that is always a good feeling. So I'll leave you with the rest of this run as we try to complete a couple of nice clean and smooth laps here around the Papenburg Test track. Next up, I swapped with Jimmy and went into the production car. You might be able to see in the rearview mirror, Jimmy now is hunting me down in that race car, and it is genuinely incredible the difference between a road car such as this with some modification and a race car, a fully prepped race car from Black Falcon, and the difference is actually huge. Just the way it feels is completely different. This feels very, very soft, very spongy by comparison, as the race car goes easily by. As you can see, there's not really any chance of fighting, nor should I. It's only a test day. There's no need to do anything too silly here. So you can see the big difference. And Jimmy going for a nice slide there, and I'm not sure exactly what he's testing, but it looks fun, so fair play to him. As we now enter this little mid section here, coming up to what is effectively the stadium corner at the Hockenheim circuit, albeit quite a bit more banked. There is a bit more elevation change here compared to the actual Hockenheim. And the thing I'm noticing really is just how much softer the cars are, or this car is, compared to the race car. There's no question that it feels different. You have to drive it a little bit differently as well. And there's a lot more understeer too. So a couple of laps in this is really good to see the difference actually. And so a couple of laps in this car is really good to see the difference. But after maybe 10 minutes or so of lapping, we brought the car back in.
Okay guys, now time for the stock car for a quick couple of laps. Let's go and do it. I mean, this should be the worst of the three. It's going to have a lot of body roll.
And if you're following the theme of the video so far, you probably guessed that this car is the worst handling. I say worst, it's not bad, but it is the least compliant, I would say. As we have a massive oversteer moment there. Before I write off a car and myself, I thought, you know what, let's bring this thing back into the pit lane.
Whew, okay, that's enough of that. Before I crash it.
Passenger lap with Jimmy. Let's go and do it.
Little does he know, he's about to die.
Welcome to the back seat and more animal facts. As you could have seen, Black Falcon is changing our tires right now. And did you know that Peregrine Falcon has a diving speed of 240 miles per hour? That's faster than we will ever go today with our cars, or even GT3 cars.
Yeah, with that attitude, yeah, Misha, we can do it. This has got 250 in it.
I've never driven this track before.
Have you not?
No.
You've not done it on Sim?
No, never.
Didn't they add it to ACC the other day?
Oh yeah, I did, sorry.
That's a good speed. Give him some space. That's right, I see ya. Here it comes. You just sent him, mate. Why did I agree to this? We're back in the pit lane and I'm alive. I'm happy about that. This is the final test. So a little bit of a slalom again, kind of, but not quite the same. So let's see which car performs the best.
Okay, alright. Firstly, the production car. I think I hit that cone. I'm pretty sure I hit that cone. Let's go again. That's actually a lot harder than it looks. It's quite tight. I think I did it alright. Feels good. I mean, the car doesn't roll. It's pretty settled. Oh, he's hit the cone. Oh, bloody hell. One last attempt. Oh no, cone's down. Oh, okay. It felt comfortable. I don't think it was quick.
Did you know that cows have best friends? Like you and I.
Oh, isn't that cute? Good to get out in a car again and push it.
It is, you know, actually, to be honest, I realized that I really need to get more practice before we go actually on the track in, what, 1.5 month time?
Yeah. You don't drive enough cars, I'd say.
No.
How'd you find it?
I enjoyed it. I mean, how cool is it? We're fucking here in like Bilstein, like jackets, driving Bilstein cars.
The best.
Yeah.
It's actually one of the best jackets I ever had.
It's a good
really
jacket.
warm.
It's a good point, actually. You know, being contracted to come out to some test track in the middle of nowhere in January, that's very racing drivery things. So it's quite cool. Okay guys, what a fun day. It was a very fun day to get out on track again, push some cars to the limit. Now, you know, this is a January test day on a cold afternoon in northern Germany, but we've got some more cold days in Germany left to come. This is the beginning of something very big for this year. Last year we raced on the Nürburgring in NLS. It was very successful, lots of you got behind it. But this year is going to be even bigger and better, to excuse the cliche, but it just is. Bilstein going to be backing us and it's going to be amazing. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time.